Installing a vanity is an easy task that most people can do themselves without having to hire it out. I do, however, recommend having two people to help with this project. It makes it a lot easier. Begin by moving the vanity into the bathroom. Some vanities, like this one, has a solid back. Holes will need to be cut in the back in order to receive the water lines, drain pipe, as well as the clean out if there's one present. Take measurements from where the edge of the vanity will be, in this case the wall, to the center of each water line, the drain pipe, and clean out access. Then measure from the floor to each of these in order to mark the center location on the back of the vanity to where the holes will be cut. Record these measurements on the back for easy reference, and strike an X where the center of the holes should be. Before cutting the holes, I recommend matching up the placement against the center marks by temporarily moving the vanity in so that you're confident where the holes should be cut. If the marks are perfectly centered, pull the vanity away from the wall and cut the holes out using a hole saw that is large enough to receive all the waterworks. When making the cuts, I like to saw halfway through the back of each location and then finish the cuts from the other side in order to keep splintering to a minimum. Once the holes have been cut, the vanity can be moved into place. Be extra careful when positioning over the water lines. You do not want to damage the valves. Next, adjust vanity into final position. Check all planes of the vanity for level. If you find the vanity is not level, you can use shims to adjust it back into level position. In this case, the vanity was pretty level all the way around. The vanity will be secured into place by screwing it into the wall studs. Inspect the integrity of the back for damage and be sure to avoid screwing into these areas. Use a stud finder to locate each stud behind the vanity. Make a mark at the center of each stud. Any space between the vanity and the wall should be filled in by placing a shim at each stud location. Shimming this gap will eliminate any bowing of the vanity sides when screwing it to the wall studs. Once all the shims are in place, use 3-inch deck screws to secure the vanity by driving the screw through the shim and into the wall studs. Use a utility knife and score the shims at the vanity edge. Simply snap off the end that sticks out. Now that the vanity is secure, do a final inspection to make sure each shim is level with the top of the vanity. And finally, the toe kick can be installed. Place the toe kick panel into place. Strike a mark where it should be cut. Before sawing the panel, place a strip of masking tape on the opposite side of the mark. This will keep splintering to a minimum. Use a 60-tooth finishing blade to cut the panel. Secure the panel into place using 18-gauge brad nails. It's totally optional to glue the panel before brad nailing. You may also choose to run a line of caulking around the perimeter of the base as well. And finally, the vanity is now installed and is ready for a sink top of your choice.